Hi, my name is Alessandro Angelosi and that's a video tutorial coming from cgcookie.com format cookie. This time we will have a really nice tip about FumeFX. We'll work with FumeFX 3.0, but it is not a new feature. It's an old feature that usually maybe we didn't use it for the past tutorial, but it's really interesting. You know that in FumeFX we can have really huge simulation, so everything can be really slow to be calculated, and that's a way to optimize the stuffs. So you know, we have some ways to optimize the stuffs inside FumeFX. Let's change the units to centimeters in the meantime. Okay, we have FumeFX selected, and you see we have 1 meters. Let's say that we have 6 meters by 6 meters by 3 meters. So it's a not so big grid, but it's not so little. And it will be interesting because we'll try to simulate something just using a portion of the grid. You know that inside, that's the preview, and soon we'll talk about the new preview too. You know that we have the possibility there in FumeFX to use the post-processing optimization to optimize the cache just computed. But you know that it will be really interesting to speed up the simulation too. So we have a way to optimize the stuffs. Let's create a source, FumeFX simple source, and I work with a simple source. Let's imagine that we have this one. We'll do it a little bit more little. Okay, this one will be let's go there. We say to use the source, and in the simulation we say that we have just the smoke, just to see in a better way the simulation. So you know, it's really simple. We have just to play with the simulation, and you see that everything is in calculation. We done just 100 frames, but I prefer to have more frames, so we can go there and say that we have 200 frames, and in the general we need 200 frames there for the output and 200 frames for the playback. So let's continue the simulation. And you see that it is calculating. It is not so much slow, but it takes a little bit of time. Okay, so you see that our simulation, and you know that we have the simulation just there, so we can imagine to have just a part of the grid that is used, and we don't need another part of the grid. If you like to erase a part of the voxel space, we can use the void source. Let's see how much time it takes to calculate this one, because it must be useful to know how much time it will take. I think we'll have something around maybe 25 seconds, or maybe something like 20. So it was really fast. So maybe we'll need to make some changes to the scene to see the differences. Let's go there and let's create a void source. As you see, the void source is something really similar to the other sources. So we have the shape, and we can decide between sphere, cylinder and box, and that's usually you see it is set to inverted. That means that all the voxels outside the volume will be erased and not computed. So let's go there, and you see we have it there, and we can obviously set to off or to on, and we can change the shape dimensions there. Let's go back in FumeFX, and inside the object we can pick the void. Let's calculate again. We had 21 seconds before. Maybe we can have something different now, because we are doing a really simple simulation, so I'm not sure we'll have so much speed up in this case. Maybe we are going also at the same speed or slower. So you see, it's not a good case in this at this moment. We can try maybe to make a more complex simulation. And you know also that we are trying to speed up the stuff, but we need to be lucky deciding how to create the simulation. Obviously now it is slower. I stopped the recording to speed up the things. Okay, it took 4 to 5 seconds. Now I launched the same simulation without the void, so this is not active. I can launch again and we'll see how much time it will take. I stopped the recording. Okay, it was done, and it was 51 seconds, so we had a little bit of speed up. And another thing you can see directly to understand how it is working and to see what it's doing is if I move the void and I launch again the simulation, you will see that we have simulation just inside the void. And now we'll see, you see there we have the entire smoke, and that's with the void. So it is erasing part of the simulation, as you can see, and it is speed up. It is a really big speed up in calculation. So that's a really nice addition to the FumeFX feature set. So it was a really simple tips for you, and I hope to see you back on Max Cookie to check for new tutorial coming from cgcookie.com. Bye.